Hello, lords and ladies of fate.
In this stream, we play various tabletop role-playing games that allow you, the viewer, to impact the stories being told on your streams. Tonight, however, we're kicking off our holiday week specials with a new game. 10 Candles by Cavalry Games. 10 Candles is improv, storytelling collaborative about the end of the world. Because of the nature of this game, and limited time that we haven't pulled this off tonight, we'll be disabling the redemption system in favor of allowing our players to put on this show. 10 Candles is about the end of the world, and this is what we know so far. In the early origins of Halloween, people believed that they needed to dress in bonfires, build bonfires, scare away evil spirits between the worlds, living and the dead, on a day when the veil was the thinnest. It must have worked for centuries, but not this time. This year they came. You're part of a paranormal group of researchers investigating the abandoned asylum on All Hallows Eve. It was rumored that this became the site of many rituals after it shut down 20 years ago. The team performed what they thought was a harmless ritual in the residential building, but something went wrong and you lost contact with that part of the team. Several of the crew started disappearing in the darkness, and the remaining crew took up shelter in the administrative building, where you set up your command center. You suspect that you may have accidentally opened a portal that night, and since that night, the daylight has never returned. You know you seem safe when you stay in the light, but the cameras are on the fritz, and your generator is almost out of gas. You were scheduled to have a boat pick you up 3 days ago, but no one has shown up. So if you don't already know me, I'm Nat Jester, or Nat Too Shabby. I'm the moderator for the evening. And joining me tonight, we have Pim Donkeys, who will be playing as Scott. Tell us a little bit about Scott.
Hi, I'm Scott. I was the star football player for my high school until, on one away trip. Nat only. Nice. Echo for only Nat. So I'll keep going. My name's Scott. I was the star football player for my high school, and, we were going on an away trip and the bus crashed. Yeah, just like that. And because of that, I lost the best friend I ever had, but no one ever found his body. So I decided to go find some spooky stuff, see if I couldn't find out what the hell happened to my best friend. So I joined a group of like-minded individuals who were all trying to research the occult, and here I am.
Great. Next, we have Jen Washitashi playing Kyle. Tell us a little bit about Kyle.
Kyle studied pharmaceuticals in college, but after getting more and more insight into the industry, he decided to look for other answers. He didn't feel as though the answers he was finding were concrete enough. He also played sports in college as well. So in his late 20s, he started working for this company to try to understand, I guess, the paranormal a little bit better. And most of his work has been in research, but this is his first field mission. He's also Drop Dead Sexy Gorgeous.
Fantastic. We also have DM Dave, no, not that one, playing as Silas. Tell us a little bit about Silas.
I am a specialist in occult rituals and rites. However, I myself have an aversion to performing said rites and prefer to stay somewhat removed from the action. I'll help remotely, as it were, but when the going gets tough, Silas gets going.
Very good. Next, we have Tavy playing Harold. Tell us a little bit about Harold.
I can't compete with that voice. I'm Harold. I'm a retired fisherman. I don't really believe in this occult malarkey, but bored. I have a boat. I've got a car. Drive these lot around. Write, laugh. Take these geezers down to the pub. And they pretend to believe in ghosts. You know, as long as we're all having a good time. Yeah.
Great.
Let's go.
And lastly, we have Jeff playing Ralphie. Tell us a little bit about Ralphie.
Yeah. Hey guys. Ralphie. I'm a researcher. It's kind of got drug here by this girl I was trying to impress, and well, now she's missing, and I'm still here with these guys, trying to make the best of it. But
You think maybe she knows where Paul is? My friend Paul?
Yeah. You keep looking for Paul there, bud.
I love how we're all.
And yeah, I'm sure we'll see some cool ghosts on this trip or something, but seems like fun.
Great. So you know the scenario. Your team is stuck in the admin, well, not stuck in the admin, but currently in the admin building, and you've lost contact with everybody else. Let's start by just getting a general idea what everybody would want to do.
I've been trying to get the cameras working again. See if I can't get a little info on what's happening at the scene of the crime.
All right. What about Ralphie?
Probably good. Well, probably look around the room and kind of look around to kind of see what's going on.
Okay.
Checking the here, see if he hears any weird noises.
Yeah.
Kyle is walking around, sort of like Ralphie, but instead of looking around the room or listening for weird noises, he's studying what each person is doing and taking notes.
All right. And Scott?
Wait, since we kind of missed the intro, where exactly are we on the island now?
You did miss the intro because it cut out.
Yeah.
So you guys basically are in the admin building. You guys performed the ritual in the or your other part of the group that disappeared performed the ritual in the residential building. So the areas of note for this are the admin center that you're in. There's a medical ward, there's a residential building, and then there's the dock. And your general goal is just to ensure there's no active portal and escape the docks, or escape to the docks.
But we haven't found out anything about the previous investigators, correct?
Correct.
Got it.
You know, something's happening in the darkness that is causing your members to disappear.
I want to scrounge around and see if I can't find a couple of flashlights.
Okay.
And then Scott's gonna say, I you know, if Paul's here somewhere, he's somewhere in the medical area because he loved his pills.
All right, let's start with Silas. You're messing with cameras, trying to figure out what's going on with them and seeing what you can see through them. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, go ahead and roll me a challenge roll. So that's 10 dice.
Okay.
How many sixes did you
So I got 2 6s and 2 1s.
Okay.
Oof.
So we will put the 2 1s in the dice jail. Hide them for later. Okay. So you look at the cameras. What do you see?
So that was a success?
Yep, that's a success.
All right. I catch a glimpse of some movement. I can't get the cameras working entirely, but I get just a glimpse of some movement. There is still something moving in there. However, I don't know if that's our friends or if it's Nah. So I call over I just call over my shoulder for somebody to come and take a look with me. Get another set of eyes on the situation.
I think Kyle hops at the chance.
Okay.
I think Harold is gonna waddle over there with like a lit cigarette in his mouth and just be like, just peer over.
All right, come on, tell me, what do you see there? Right there in the corner. There's something moving still, ain't there?
I definitely see movement, but I can't make out what that is.
A curtain?
Could be. But I think it's a little too irregular.
Is there a way for us to get lights on in this area as well?
If you want to try to make a challenge roll to see if there's some kind of tweak you can do with the electrical system from where you're at.
Yeah, I think Kyle's going to do that.
Okay.
Boy, you're bold to call anyone irregular.
So you've got 8 dice left.
Already burned 2.
So I'm rolling all 8, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And what am I looking for? 6s and 1s, essentially?
Yes, 6s and 1s.
2 6s, 3 1s.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So this may be, depending on, how you want to play the scenario out, this may be a situation where you want to try to burn your virtue in order to re-roll that. Or you just take the success and lose the 3 1s.
I think this early on, we don't want to lose that many dice, so I want to burn a virtue, but I forget how to do that.
So you'd have to do something that incorporates your creative virtue into this, which can make sense. Like,
so
how
my
do you
creative
fix
virtue.
the lights?
Okay, I'm gonna look to Harold and say, Harold, you have to have experience as a fisherman with electricity, correct?
Well, I don't know who told you that there were wires in the waters, but that is incorrect.
You don't have electricity. You had no electricity on your boat. Okay.
No, I can help you out.
All right. I just assumed that maybe. Is there a way we can work together on this and figure out?
All right, I'm gonna stand over your shoulder and I'll tell you what to do because my hands are not what they used to be.
Okay. Now, does that count?
Yeah. So describe to me what you guys do. Like, make up what how you're gonna fix that power. How are you gonna do that?
So I'm gonna pull my head into my shirt, and then Harold's head is gonna take over where my head would be, and then Harold's gonna put their arms through my arms. I'm gonna put my arms behind my back, and then Harold's gonna use their hands. This is very creative, right? To help work on the electricity.
So they're not only fixing the electricity, they're performing a show.
I don't know, Harold, are we?
Buy my dinner first.
I was just thinking of something creative.
I'm glad to see that we're all taking people seriously.
Absolutely. I think Harold is gonna grumble but go along with it. The old, like, you know how like dads say they don't want a cat and then they bond with the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're bonding with Josh. Or Kyle.
Kyle's very playful. He's a playful jock type. This is for him. Very creative. He's hoping to get spirits up so we can, all muster together to get this problem solved.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm very slightly amused.
Look, I'm glad that you all are having a grand old time here, but we've got occult stuff to research here. Okay.
I'm sure your ghosties can wait a few minutes. It's not like they're going anywhere.
Okay, I re-rolled and I got 2 6s and 1 1.
Perfect.
Better.
All right. So, Scott, right? Scott, you wanted to look for flashlights.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll me for that. You've got 2, 4, 7 dice.
7. You guys might be leaving this area. I got no 6s and 2 1s.
Okay.
My guy, this is not a speed run.
Unless you want to burn your virtue, that will end the scene.
We've accomplished nothing.
do you all want to keep in the scene for a few more minutes? We got some minutes for the scene. Absolutely. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm rooting around for flashlights, and I see a big chest, but the lid is super heavy, and I'm just channeling that football strength. Ah! Oh hell! And then re-roll.
Yep.
Let's get a 6 this time, guys.
Come on. Come on.
Or all yours need to go into dice jail.
No, there's so much going on here.
No.
Now I have 3 1s and no 6s still. So
Okay.
I found nothing in the box.
All right.
Cool.
That moves us on from the first scene.
But did we get the lights on with?
Well, we'll have to find out. Oh yeah, the lights
Okay.
on in the area. Yes. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. So, what did you guys, Josh? You're the one, or sorry, Kyle, you're the one who got the lights working in the other room. What do you see?
We're trying to get the lights on to make sure we can see better in the camera because we saw some weird movement in one of these monitors, but we couldn't make out what it was. So getting the lights on was to help us figure out what that movement was. And I wasn't actually looking in the monitor; it was.
But you're the one who won
Silas.
you won the narrative rights, so you get to determine what was seen in there.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yes. Keep in mind, the only thing you can't affect is them. You can talk about anything else but them.
Right.
So, what do they see?
What do we see? Okay.
Yeah, what do you
I
guys
see. You said I can't talk directly about them.
Correct.
It's actually an open window. So we're seeing what we were seeing what we couldn't make out was like a storm window. What are they called? Shutter? Like a shutter kind of blowing in and out of the window. So this room that we thought was empty and sealed is obviously open.
Damn.
And exposed.
All right. With that, the first candle goes out, and
You're
we're
welcome.
going to move on to scene 2. These are the things that are true. The world is dark. Kyle, you get to say one truth about what is going on, and that can be, we've moved from this point to this point, or we found the flashlights, or something along those lines.
Well, since we got the lights on, like in this area, I don't think we need the flashlights. One truth about what's happening. Man, I keep thinking environment. So
Sure.
we are inside, but somehow it's foggy.
Okay. A mist rolls in. Got it. All right. Scott, give us one truth.
One truth. The lights may have been turned on, but they still give an eerie flicker once every few minutes, all over the island.
Okay. Silas, give us a truth.
The mist is starting to choke us.
Oh, good God.
Okay. Ralphie?
That was
It
going to end
smells
this
very
quick.
good, though.
Smells very good? Okay.
It smells very good.
Yeah, it's like I can't
Describe-
breathe,
what do you mean
but
by
I really
good?
like it.
Harold, give us the truth. Harold?
sorry, that's me.
It is you.
Oh, sorry. The mist, after prolonged exposure to it, begins to shape itself like long lost loved ones or people that we haven't seen in a while.
Okay.
But only silhouettes.
Oh boy.
All right. Kyle, it's back to you. Give us an. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I get to do one. All right. So, you can see movement just outside of every lighted area you see.
Paul? That wasn't Paul.
Now we're back to
It's
Kyle.
not if you think.
We've moved. So that scene ended. That means we moved, or are we still in the same place?
We're still telling truth, so you can still move the group if you would like.
Okay. So the truth is that since we found nothing of note and couldn't learn anything from those cameras in that main room, we moved to I would say like the front corridor, which would give us access to either the outside or other rooms within the compound. So we moved to like the front desk or front corridor area.
Okay. Scott?
As we were wandering around, we did notice that a few vending machines were broken into, and we have some snacks.
Okay. And then Silas, give us our last truth.
We stocked up on clean water
Okay.
from the vending machines. I did.
I like how you fucked us with your first truth, and the next one you're like, no, we need clean water.
Hey!
Do we
Give
all
a little,
get two
take a little.
truths? How many truths do we all get?
It's for however many candles are left lit.
Oh, I see.
That's right. All right.
So,
all right.
now you guys are in the corridor with snacks and water. The mist is choking you. This wonderful smelling mist.
It smells like donuts.
At
But
this
I think
point,
I'm dying.
what is everybody trying to do while they're in the corridor?
Kyle has the shirt over his face, and he's looking for like the medical area. He's looking for like a directory or a sign or something so he can find a medical area. His goal is to find masks of some sort.
Okay. Who else?
I think Harold is going to be standing on the reception desk, above the mist almost, having a cigarette and seeing if the phones work by picking it up. Just standing on the desk with a cigarette, seeing if the phones work.
All right. What about Ralphie?
No, I think I saw this in a fire safety video once. You're supposed to go low. Ralphie's gonna get on the ground and start crawling.
It's Kyle says it's not smoke, Ralphie. It's mist.
All right. And then Silas?
Mist is smoke. It's the same thing.
I am wrestling around in the front desk to see if I can find anything that's a source of light as we stray further from our lit path.
And Scott?
Can I offer... Sorry.
Scott is frantically looking for a window to open to try to kind of ease the choking smoke so that we all don't die in some sort of confectionary's heaven, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Or hell.
Then let's start with Harold climbing up on the desk. Go ahead and
Yes.
roll me. You have 9 dice left.
Wonderful. Pick Careful the dice with my nails. Oh, that's pretty good.
All right.
We got 3 6s, 2 4s, no, 3 4s, 2 3s, and 1 2.
And no ones.
There we go.
No ones.
Great. All right, so you climb to the top of the desk. What do you see?
I see the ceiling panels. Like, I imagine they're like the little office-y building ones where you can just like, you know, if you reach, you can like move it a bit. Mm-hmm. So Harold's gonna like do that. And he's trying to see over the fog. Maybe he sees like a sign that points to like a fire exit that's kind of glowing. Maybe he sees Silas behind him looking for a light source. I think Harold would give him his lighter after he's used it for a cigarette.
Okay. Can you breathe easier up there?
I think Harold can breathe easier up there.
Okay.
Especially I think Harold is seeing that the mist is heavy and sinking as opposed to rising.
Okay.
That's not gonna go well for Ralphie.
Ralphie, no.
Ralphie.
Bad Ralphie.
It's fine.
So Harold is just up here. Oh yeah, Harold's also seeing if the phone works.
Okay.
So I think Harold's gonna like on his way up, he's gonna grab the phone cord. I imagine there's a little wire that attaches it back to the desk. And he's like dialing like emergency numbers.
Is there a dial tone?
Or, you know, like I think there is a dial tone. But so I think initially there is a connection, but then it is abruptly cut.
Mm. Okay.
Almost as though.
And who are you handing the lighter to?
Silas, I believe, who is looking through the drawers behind me, searching for a light source. I also offer him a cigarette.
Okay. Silas, go ahead and you can roll me the next challenge. You still have all
right.
9 dice.
All 9. God almighty. I got 3 1s and none 6s.
Okay. Do you want to live out your moment?
Yeah, I'm not paying Harold any mind. Once I'm getting more and more frantic. I'm slamming open the drawers. I don't even notice him hand me the lighter. I look around and I think I latch on to Scott because I've heard Scott talk about someone else beyond the veil, and I go to Scott. I try to get Scott a little bit away from the rest of the group, just so we can talk quiet. And I say, "Listen, Scott. I know you're looking for someone, but you can't trust your senses here. All right? Do you understand? Have you seen anything yet?"
No, I haven't seen anything. I've been looking. I keep seeing little wisps of shadows where the light isn't. Other than that,
Go ahead and look.
no, it's not there. It's too bright in here. Maybe we should turn all the lights off.
I reach over and flick the wall switch. Look. You see him?
Paul! Oh, God, no, that was just a... You're right, I can't trust anything here.
You understand that this is real. The danger that we're in is real.
Yeah. It is. It is. I don't think half of these people really believe. Do you?
If they don't, they're gonna.
Paul, I'm coming.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another challenge roll, and this will be to see if you are successful with your moment. And as long as you are successful with that, you get to keep, or you gain a hope dice.
2 6s, 2 1s.
Perfect. So you will now have an extra hope die to roll during your challenges.
Do the 1s go away or no?
I don't think they go for the moment. It's only
Got
when
it.
you're, and technically you're actually supposed to declare your moment before you do it, but we'll retro this.
Mercy moment.
Yeah.
Because it's separate from the actual challenge itself. So, because we screwed that up, go ahead and do the re-roll your 9 dice for the challenge of finding some light.
Nice.
So, is a hook
Nice, yeah.
die like expendable? Like once it's used, it's gone,
Nope, it stays.
or
Unless you fail your brink.
So Silas gets an additional die every single time he rolls. So he should be rolling 10 this roll. Is that
After
accurate?
he rolls the other after the other ones.
So
Okay.
I did my 9. I've got my hope. So that's a 5.
Okay.
So that is 1 success.
All right.
But I got 3 failures on my other
Okay.
9.
Is that a
Hope
cost?
succeeds on a 5 or a 6. Is that
Yeah, hope succeeds on
Cool.
5 or 6.
awesome? I'm learning, everybody.
Okay. And your new trait
We all
is
are.
now your vice, your cowardice.
Got it.
All right. So the scene continues. You succeeded. So you found your light. What did you find?
I just end up taking Harold's lighter
Okay.
and a cigarette.
All right. You strike up the
Accurate.
smoke.
Took you a while, boy.
I got time to calm my nerves.
All right.
Can I offer a hand to help him climb on top of the desk?
Sure. Before we do that, though, let me go to Kyle, who was
Wonderful.
also searching for some things. Go ahead and roll me. You have 6 dice left.
Okay, and my hope is to find a directory or at least directions to wherever medical area they have. Nice. 2 6s and 1 1.
Okay. So
You really want me to end this scene, guys?
so what do you find? You're successful.
So I find one of those like office directories, like you'd find in a medical building, on the wall with those like slide tile letters.
You are here.
Yeah, you are here. And then the floors or the areas of a little map, and it's labels. Everything's labeled. And I find where the medical area would be, which is I think also where Scott wants to go. So I lean over to Scott and I go, psst, because he's off in this weird corner talking to another person, who's now back where he was, and I saw that weird conversation happen. So I'm like trying to psst him over secretly to let him know that I found the medical area, and he pays no mind. And so I just tell the whole group, guys, this mist is killing us. I found a medical area. I think we should head that direction.
Okay. Let's go.
He's like
to,
coughing and pulling his shirt up.
Let's go to Ralphie next, crawling on the floor. Ralphie, roll me 5 dice. See how this heavy mist that's overwhelming the floors is handling you.
2 6s and a 1.
2 6s and a 1. Okay.
Oh wow,
So you're successful.
Ralphie happens to have a respirator on him.
Describe
This
what
is
happens
nerve-wracking.
while you're down there.
As I'm crawling along the floor, the mist does seem to be sinking in a little bit lower, and I just kind of keep going in a circle, and eventually I bump into a wall and end up finding a respirator sitting there that had fallen off the wall and was resting on the floor.
Okay. Very good. Let's go to Scott, who's going to open up a window. You got 4 dice left, Scott.
He's gonna try. He's gonna try. Okay. Okay, I got 1, 6, and no ones.
Okay. Let's see who gets the win narrative right here. Okay. I gotta check something real quick here because I think. Didn't look to see what happens in a case of a tie. Where is the narration rights?
Is there a tie? Did the window roll a 6?
No, I did.
Yes, Matt, the window.
Matt, playing all NPCs tonight, and special guest, the window.
I thought it was his turn as the window that was really inspiring.
Okay, so ties go to the GM. You open the window, and because the room is so only faintly lit, swarms of shadows. It almost seems like a darkness, like pours into the room like a thicker fog, and starts to form shadows. Again, of the people that you guys care about and are looking for. So
there, Paul, what are you doing?
So,
Just stop.
Yeah, you see
No,
a
not
little
like
bit of
this,
Paul
Paul.
there. Kyle, you see a pair of kids. Harold, who might you have that you have some kind of connection to?
I guess Harold's dead wife. Isabel.
Okay.
Deceased wife and estranged kids and an old pet dog, I guess.
And Silas, who would you see? Former partner, maybe?
I see my boy.
Okay.
And yes. And my partner.
And Ralphie.
Rachel. There you are. I was looking all over for you.
All of these images are on the very furthest edge of where the light is, and are like, you know them because you're so familiar with these people. But they're so faint and so like nobody else would be able to tell who the other person's visions are.
Paul, just step into the light, Paul.
And they're beckoning you.
I've been looking
to come
for
to
you.
the darkness.
Kyle is crying and staring as he's being beckoned. And he's not sure what to do.
He wants to go play ball. He wants to throw me the football, everybody.
No. We should stay here. They should come to us.
Don't trust him. Don't trust him.
Do you guys see the little boy and the little girl calling for me?
Mm-mm.
And he's just
Whatever
like,
you see, it's a construct.
he's bawling and he's starting to say it. They need
Just
me.
remember
He's
that.
starting to move towards them.
Remember,
Kyle, it's just your mind playing tricks on you. None of this stuff's real
Somebody
anyway.
should probably grab Kyle.
Can I try to take like one of the lights and kind of angle it like at the corner of the room where they're all these shadows are, to kind of like expose them?
So the only light that we found was the
all I've got
Lighter.
is the lighter, which I'm holding, but it's not gonna do.
I do think Harold is. I imagine Kyle is wearing a hoodie.
How did you know?
I just have this image in my head.
It's got his school's name on it.
Oh, like a varsity hoodie. That's even worse.
Yep.
So I think as Kyle is probably gonna go, Harold is taking a long breath in with the cigarette, and it just instinctually grabs the hood of Kyle and yanks, and just 4 dice.
Yep, 4 left.
We only have 4. What have we been doing?
Rolling a lot of ones.
You guys, we're all gonna die. You know that, right?
It's just this scene. It resets.
It better. Okay, so I got 2 5s, a 2, and a 6.
2 5s, a 2, and a 6. Okay,
Yeah.
That's a success. So tell us what happens when you grab the hoodie.
So I think Kyle jumps a little bit, and I drag him towards the desk, and I blow smoke over his head, and I haven't finished blowing the smoke out, so the smoke is coming out with the words that follow. Your eyes are not your friend. I know you see something, but that something isn't there.
Don't you see them?
I see him, but my wife has been dead for 20 years.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, she was a bitch.
All right, somebody was climbing up on the table as well.
Yeah, I'm going with Harold, and I'm trying to get into the ceiling.
All right, go ahead and roll me 4 dice.
And saying "come on" as I do so. God. No 1s, but no 6s.
All right, that's still a failure. So the scene will end. Let's see. Boom.
It wasn't me this time.
So I get a die, and you guys get these back.
How many dice do we have now?
8.
You have 8 left.
Harold saved Kyle. Just so you guys all know. Thank you, Harold.
Not to flex.
All right, these are the things that are true. The world is dark. And let's start with Silas. Give us a truth that's happened.
We've pushed through the dark towards the medical wing.
Okay. Ralphie.
We heard the sounds of voices up ahead.
Okay. Harold.
I'm sorry, I zoned out. Things that are true.
You're heading towards the
what has
medical
already
bay,
been
and
heading towards the medical bay.
you are hearing voices up ahead.
Okay, we're hearing voices up ahead, but the voices are the voices of the loved ones we keep seeing. Yeah.
All right. Kyle.
So we opened like the main doorway to enter into the medical wing. We're not there yet, right? We're on our way, but there's like a hallway. When we open that door, we see on the side of the wall that there's hand sanitizer and a bunch of masks. So we all mask up.
Great. Scott.
Inside the medical, coming from the medical ward is the like acrid stench of death and decay.
Death and decay.
Thank God for these masks.
Yeah, we were going from donuts and choking mist to just who died in here.
As you get closer to the medical bay, You feel breath on the backs of your necks. But every time you turn around, there's nothing there.
Paul, not in public.
I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. It's great.
Silas.
There is a long dead corpse sitting on the floor of the medical bay when we open the door.
Okay.
Long?
A long dead corpse.
Oh, you meant physically.
Yeah, like it's been dead for a while.
Oh,
It's been dead.
It's not like a very long
Yeah, it's
thing,
not like a
right?
tall
Okay,
man.
cool.
It's also a long man.
7 foot tall
Incidental.
dead man.
All right, and then Ralphie. Oh, thanks for the bits.
Wingspan of an albatross.
Thanks for the bits, Felix.
Yeah.
Ralphie, give us our last truth.
On the way to the medical bay, we passed a sign that says generators.
Okay. And we are all alive. All right. So you guys are at the entrance of the medic bay. What does everybody want to do?
I want to edge around the very edge of the room and see if I can find any anything flammable in the cabinet.
All right.
Kyle asks, he's sniffling and, just kind of trying to get his head right with what's going on the rest of the way. And he asks Harold for a smoke.
Harold gives him one, and Harold takes off his gas mask to reveal that he's had a cigarette under there the whole time.
I love Harold.
I love it. Yep,
Harold's my
took the words right out of my mouth.
All right.
Sorry.
It's a king.
Chaos King
What does
does not
say?
care.
Hey.
Harold wants to light up a new cigarette, but is noticing that he might be running out, so he's gonna rummage in the drawers to see if anyone left any cigarettes here.
Okay.
Only the important things.
In the medical
Right.
bay.
Doctors get
The
stressed.
medicinal cigarette.
Scott.
As Scott is wont to do anytime he comes across a dead body, to go search through its belongings to see if it's Paul.
Are you looting a corpse right now?
I'm not trying to take anything from this dead body who obviously isn't going to be using anything, just verifying whether it is or is not my dead friend, best friend.
All right, Ralphie.
Ralphie would immediately kind of walk in and see the dead body as well, and just kind of want to walk over and start poking it. He'd probably find a stick. So if there's some
So you're gonna look for
type of
something to
metal
poke it with.
appendage. Yeah, like a collapsible metal appendage of sorts.
Let's start with Scott. Scott, go ahead and roll
I
me
have 8.
your 8 dice.
I got a 6,
Just one?
but I got a few 1s. This is too early in the scene for that. I'm gonna burn my vice. You all see Scott rummaging through the pockets of this guy, but he, having trouble getting reaches and punches the dead body straight in the chest. Son of a, just give me the wallet, you goddamn it.
Okay.
That's much better. That's 3 6s and 1 1.
Nice.
That's a lot better than what I had.
3 6s and 1 1. All right, so your vice is used up. That brings you to your moment. You said you got 1 1. All right, so tell us about this body. Who is it?
So I'm going through and I open up the wallet, and someone has already gone through it and taken everything out.
Okay.
Harold.
So do you recognize this person?
No. Paul was he was a tall guy, but he's not 7 feet tall, and this is a obviously long body.
It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
It doesn't look like it could. It's so decomposed that it could be, but he doesn't feel it in his heart, and that's where he'd feel it.
I see. Okay. And you said you didn't find anything in the pockets?
Not in the wallet, but he did have a flashlight that he's like lying on it.
Does it work?
It doesn't turn on immediately, but after a few smacks, it flickers on. Hey,
Okay.
Everybody! This isn't Paul, and hopefully none of you watched me punch him repeatedly in the chest. But I did
We're
find a
all
flashlight.
standing there
Yeah, I found a flashlight.
looking.
Harold is standing there judging him with his eyes and just takes a long draw of his cigarette.
How
and
am I
holds
supposed
it
to-
in.
Yeah, how am I supposed to know if the dead body's Paul if I don't look through its things?
No, I don't think that's what we were. Never mind, son.
Son, if you punch your partners, even if they're dead, that's not okay.
That's not Paul.
You know they can still get you in court if you punch the corpse of your partner, right?
Yeah, the
Bitches never die.
Thanks for the biddy.
Amen. Harold and Silas fist bump, I think.
Yeah!
All
He
right.
doesn't know what it is. He thinks it's a handshake, but then he sees it and he's like, okay.
Well, no, I don't. Neither one of us really comprehend it. It just sort of happens,
How old is
and it feels right.
How old is
In his 40s.
Because, like, Harold is like 18.
Well, yeah. There's still a gap, but
It's okay. It's okay. We're bros. We're bros. Bros.
this transcends it.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Thanks for the biddies, Billy.
Old man for life.
Ralphie.
Dilfs forever.
Ralphie, you go ahead and roll me. What are we at? 7 dice now? Yep, 7 dice.
All right. It's a 6 and no 1s.
I also got a 6.
The window strikes again.
So you do find a stick. Somehow it must have blown in, or somebody carried it in somewhere. Just your basic tree branch. You go over to poke the body, and you recognize this person. This is one of the people from the team that was performing the ritual.
Hey, wait a sec. This is Rachel's friend. What is this? Max. No. What? I don't know. One of those douches on the other team.
Called him Long Max.
Mark?
Yeah. Mark. That's the guy. That's
Long Mark?
Yeah. He was real forgettable, but this. I'm no scientist, but this body looks far too dead to be Mark.
What happened to the body? What wounds does it have?
You're
It's
only
hard to
now
tell.
just admitting you're not scientists.
It's hard to tell. The body is kind of like black and like burned and kind of like shriveled-ish. So it looks almost like a husk of a being.
Okay. Silas, you're looking for something flammable. Go ahead and roll me 7 dice.
All right, 1, 6, 2 ones.
All right, roll your hope die.
On my hope die. That is a 6.
All right, you win narrative rights.
This one's hot. I find 2 small, sort of can be held in one hand, but 2 small jugs of high proof rubbing alcohol or disinfectant that I stash away.
All right.
Write that down. Got clean water and.
All right. Harold, you're rummaging for some cigarettes. Go ahead and roll me 5 dice. That's you, Tavy.
5?
Yep, that's 5 left.
Sorry.
Yeah, I lost a couple.
2, 3, 4. Okay. Looking for cigarettes. Let's go. I've got a caffeine addiction to feed. I got 1 6, 2 4s, and 2 2s.
Okay, I did not roll a 6. So, what do you find when you're looking for cigarettes?
Well, I'm looking through like some lab coats, or some old jackets, and I find a pack of 20 just in someone's pocket.
Okay.
And I also find another lighter. But I also find like a loose scrap of paper that's written in a language that has a note on it written in a language that Harold doesn't understand.
Oh, okay. All right. Kyle. You were lighting up a cigarette.
Correct.
That you got from Harold. What are you doing from there?
I think Kyle's feeling like pretty fucked up. This is his first field mission, and he was not expecting this. So he's pretty emotionally distraught. The cigarette's helping a little bit, but he's like filled with emotion, sort of like a cry rage, and he's just like desperate for answers and yelling, "What is this? Where are we?" And he's like knocking shit over and tossing trash cans and like throwing shit against the wall, kind of freaking out a little bit. He's screaming things like "Come at me, bro."
Okay.
He's trying to like.
So you're taunting the whatever that is.
Yeah, he's at wit's end. He's sort of just trying to. He can't, he doesn't know if any of this shit is real. So he's trying to like get to some point that he knows, like, that he can actually touch something tangible.
Roll me 5 challenge dice.
Nice. That's just a 1, no 6s.
Okay. You can choose to use your vice, which is currently active, if you'd like to re-roll. If you can find a way to work lazy into it, or we can just move on to the next scene.
I think we've done what we need to do here. Let's just move on to the next scene.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my cigarettes.
All right.
So, with that, I gain another die. You guys get those back. And candle
Our
3
dice pool's getting so small.
goes out. These things are true. The world is dark. Give us a truth, Kyle.
Kyle has kicked in the next door to the next area in his fit of rage, and when he does that, the temperature drops to like an almost unbearable cold. Everyone can see their breath.
Okay. Scott, give us a truth.
Further along that hallway that Kyle kicked the door into, another sign that says generators with an arrow pointing down.
Okay. Silas.
We descend towards the generators.
Okay. Ralphie.
It grows even colder the closer we get to the generators.
Okay. Harold.
We open the door to the basement where the generators are, and a harsh, frozen wind sweeps up at us. And as we descend the staircase, there is frost on the metal steps.
Okay.
Slowly growing.
Growing frost. Okay. You can see the generators from where you're standing, and they appear completely frozen over. Nobody asked you. You guys hear my cat? He's not in the game.
No, we just heard you like a wild person turn around and say, "Nobody asked you."
The cat's being very vocal about the story right now. Okay, and then Kyle, give us our last truth.
Our DM has lost all of his marbles. No, my marbles. So I said it's cold. We said all these other things. So we're at we can see the generators and they're frozen over. The last truth is there's a switch on a wall near what looks like to be HVAC or like a boiler that says gas boiler on or off.
Okay.
There is that switch there.
All right. Now that we've established that, of course, and we are alive. So, let's go down the list. What's everybody doing in this area?
Scott's gonna go over to the generators to see if there's anything that can be done to kind of like thaw them out.
Okay.
Silas is going to search for for a jug of gasoline.
Okay.
Harold is going to search for where the control panel would be, and if he finds it, he's going to start using one of his lighters to try and for the control panel.
Are we talking about the one on the wall, or like the control panel to the boiler itself?
To the boiler itself.
Okay.
The generator.
All right,
Yeah.
generator. Ralphie.
To the generator.
Ralphie is gonna go and try to locate the fire kit, because usually there's like a heat, like a space blanket in there. They're good for redirecting heat and keeping warm.
Okay. And Kyle?
He gonna try to flick that switch.
Okay.
You gotta try to turn the heat on.
All right, let's
The heat
start
is on.
with let's start with the gasoline. Silas.
All right. Good God. Okay, now my hope die. So I got no successes and 2 ones.
No success and 2 ones. Okay, so you do have your vice up. If you'd like, you can use that to re-roll.
Yeah, I think I think that I might see a jug of gasoline in the far corner, but that's also the dark corner of the room, which I'm not particularly keen on visiting right now. So I instead try to I take my jacket off and try to whip around it and drag it towards me, and which is made much more difficult because I start to shiver immediately.
All right.
But I'm not going any further out of the light than I already am.
Okay. And then go ahead and roll me your reroll.
The same 7?
Same 7.
Well, hopefully not the same. Right. Okay, I got 1 success and 2 ones.
Okay. And then your hope die?
And my hope die was my 1 success.
Okay. Well, let's see. You still win narrative rights. So, what was the outcome?
Okay, so I managed to drag the gasoline over to me, probably only because it's about a quarter full. But I'm hoping that's enough to once we get to Harold's boat, get us across the water.
Okay. Let's go to Scott. You were thawing something out?
Yeah, trying to see if we can't thaw out these generators. Get some power going.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 5 dice.
Two ones and nothing.
2 ones and nothing. Okay.
I think we could burn the moment.
Okay.
So as Scott is looking all around the generator area, seeing if there's anything that can be done to warm them up, I see in the frost of one of the generators a little symbol that Paul used to draw on all of his notebooks in school. I've never known anyone else to ever draw this symbol. It looks like this.
Draws random symbol.
Draws like the male homosexuality symbol.
It's this. He's never seen anyone else draw
God
this.
damn it, I knew it was going to be that.
He's never seen anyone draw that.
Oh, no.
But Paul.
It was the diamond.
It's like it's the fucking Superman ass. I know it.
Paul's been here. Paul has definitely been here, everybody.
All right, roll me a challenge roll with your 5 dice.
Got a 6 and no ones.
Okay, then you are successful and you gain a hope die.
I couldn't.
Woohoo!
Take that. Which one?
Feels good.
Which one's gonna be my hope die? Sparkly. Sparkly, you're my hope die.
Yeah. Mine's green and has been good to me. Unlike all these other ones.
Right.
All right, now re-roll for your challenge.
Okay. That doesn't count. It fell on the floor. Ooh, okay, no 1s, but no 6s. I need either a 5 or a 6 on my hope die, right?
Yes.
Got a 6.
Okay.
You are definitely my hope die.
But I win narrative rights. So, you are able to Let's see. How would you be successful at this? I guess as you go over and in closer inspection, it doesn't look like it's been frosted for that long. So even though the cold has hit it and it's covered in frost, it doesn't look like it's going to cause any complications specifically from that.
Mm-hmm. Guys, I know it looks pretty bad, but I think we could still get all these generators up and running.
Let's see. Let's do Harold next to the control panel.
Yeah, so I think Harold is just trying to thaw, like, so he can, like, move the lever and, like, the little buttons, and he's trying to get it so he can move the things without the things cracking, because they're so frozen, he's scared he's going to break something.
Oh, actually, I should actually do the switch first. I'm sorry. Kyle, flip the switch. Roll me your challenge dice. 5 challenge dice for the switch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, that's no 1s and no 6s. That's a fail.
That is a fail.
Can I use my creative, my lazy vice?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna ask Harold to flip the switch.
I could do this, but I want you to.
Hey Harold, you're closer. Can you flip the switch? Go.
Oh, that's so good.
Harold is just gonna, like, do it. But, like, giving him, like, a stink eye, like...
I owe you one, buddy. What do I roll?
You owe me many ones.
All right, so roll me. This is still the challenge for Kyle though. So go ahead and re-roll me your 5 challenge dice. What'd you get?
A fail. That's a fail. No 1s, no 6s.
No 1s and no 6s. Okay. So the scene has ended.
I think
welcome,
Harold did,
everybody.
like, a fake out. Like...
Oh yeah, sure. I'll do the switch.
I get another one of these. And you guys now have 6.
You're gonna die.
Okay.
So how many dice do we
very
have? 6
effective.
dice?
You have 6 dice left.
Yay.
All right. Let's start with truths. So we are back to Kyle. Kyle, give us a truth. Oh, sorry. These are the things that are true. The world is dark.
Shit. I've been paying a lot of attention to how to explain the acronym DILF. And
It's just sexy dads. That's all it is.
look at chat. I don't think
Chat's a trap.
I don't think it is.
There's a lot of discussion actually.
Chat thinks otherwise.
I'm sure it's very well thought out.
They're wrong.
Yeah, it's very well thought out. It's appropriate. And so here's what I think the truth is. I have 2, and I'm toiling with back and forth between. I think Kyle has been separated from the group.
What?
Oh, okay. Spicy. All right. Scott, give us the truth.
While Kenny has separated, or Kyle has separated from the group, he has left a very clear and present trail.
Okay.
Trail of what?
No, we're not doing that. No.
Silas.
Tears?
We are only able to get one generator to function.
Okay. Ralphie.
When the generator turns on, the lights and the doors of the facility open up.
Okay. Harold.
Harold sees Kyle leave, but doesn't go after him.
Okay.
Harold is reminded of his wife leaving him and softly cries to himself a little before pulling himself together.
Okay. And then the last one will be mine. When the generator goes on and the lights and doors open up, there's also a extremely loud siren going off throughout the whole place, and you guys are unable to hear each other. And you're all alive.
Including
Except
Kyle.
maybe Kyle.
Are you sure Kyle's alive?
I do want to remind Kyle that his moment is now available. So,
Sweet.
with that, what is Kyle doing?
So, if I remember correctly, the party has sort of moved on, or did Kyle walk away from the party?
You walked away from the party.
Okay. I think after failing to get the switch to turn on to turn the heat on in the building, he's so freezing cold and tired, and his nerves are so like broken by this whole situation and the mist and the two little kids. He's like aimlessly searching for warmth. He's trying to find, he's not sure if he's looking for like physical warmth, like actual warmth, or if he's looking like for a solution to this ridiculous nightmare. He's like aimlessly looking in the dark. He has no light. He's kind of like fumbling around, and he keeps feeling objects that feel organic and warm, and then quickly that'll change to cold and fabricated. And every time he touches something that's like organic and warm, he kind of freaks the fuck out and shuffles a little bit and grabs something else.
Okay.
He's found nothing. He's terrified.
What about let's go with Silas. What's Silas doing?
Now that we've got we've only been able to get one of the generators moving. I'm going to try to fashion a torch so we can turn the generator off and keep moving.
All right, Harold.
I think Harold is going to... Wait, so are we turning the generator off?
Nobody's turned it off yet.
Okay. I think Harold is going to light himself a cigarette and go and stand in the doorway at the top of the stairs and see if he can see Kyle and kind of be lookout, I guess.
Okay. Scott.
I think Scott's gonna keep looking for more of those symbols that he saw on the generator. He is now convinced that Paul has been here and has given him some sort of like clue. There are clues that he now has to find.
Okay. And Ralphie.
I think Ralphie's going to go look for Kyle.
Okay.
Ralphie would have to pass Harold in the doorway, though, wouldn't he?
Yes. All right. So let's start with Let's start with Silas and the torch.
With my hot rolls.
You got 6 dice, plus your hope.
6. I got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6. Woohoo! 2 6s. 3 6s. No 1s.
Okay.
That's what I like to see.
All right. So, what do you find?
I find just a length of pipe that I'm able to loose pipe that I'm able to rip out of the wall, a strip from my jacket tied around the top, soaked in rubbing alcohol. So I've only got 1 jug of alcohol left. But then I light it up, and we have a torch. We have a portable source of light that's maybe more reliable than the torch or the flashlight.
Okay. It's got a flashlight, a torch, and 2 lighters. Very good.
This is the light man over here.
Let's go with Scott next, looking for symbols.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Two 1s, no 6s. Oh, but I get my
You do get a
where's
hope
my guy here?
Your hope?
It's a 5.
Okay. We got more successes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna burn my brink yet.
Did you get 1s? You said.
2. So bye. 2 dice go to jail.
Okay. So, what do you find when you're looking for these symbols?
I'm looking for these symbols, but I don't see any more. But what I do is another set of tracks, like another trail almost, going in the direction that Kyle wandered off into, but it is a completely different. It's not. It's obviously not Kyle.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's better than choking smoke, right?
Yep. Swift death, please. Swift.
Let's do Harold.
I said starting.
He's starting to choke us. Yeah, that's right.
I said starting. There was plenty of room. You're fine.
So let's start with next go with Harold. You went up to the doorway, looking down the hallway. Go ahead and roll 4 dice.
4 dice.
4 dice.
4.
Yep.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, I got 2 6s, but I also got a 1.
Okay. So you can keep that as a success, or you can choose to, and then lose a die, or you can use your virtue to re-roll if you think you can do better.
I think it's just easier to keep it as a success.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
So what do you see when you get to the top of the steps?
Well, I see the fog still spinning and spiraling into silhouettes of loved ones. And I see Kyle now among the fog. His silhouette running in and out of existence, which doesn't really bode well.
Okay. Ralphie. You're looking for Kyle. So you run up the steps and you're running past Harold. Roll me 3 dice.
I got a 6.
And no other 1s or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Jeez, I'm rolling bad. Okay. Yeah, so you run past Harold, and what do you see?
I see no sign of Kyle, but I'm gonna continue down this pathway and just begin shouting his name over and over, until eventually I think I hear someone yell out my name, and I'm gonna run towards that direction.
Okay.
I think Harold might run after him because he's kind of being dumb right now.
Kyle.
Not Kyle. Harold. Harold might run after. My brain's not happening. It's 2 a.m.
Yeah. So Kyle, you're reaching.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Kyle. You're reaching around looking for things and trying to reach on, and latch onto stuff. Roll me 3 challenge dice.
Mm-hmm. That's just a 1. That's all I got.
Just a 1?
That mattered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alpha, dude.
So, the scene is ended. We move on to scene number 6. I get to
Kyle set out to murder himself and also all of his friends.
You guys get these 2 back, so you're down to 5 dice. And let's go with some truths. Kyle, we're going to start with you.
Kyle has suffered injuries from, he's not sure, he can't tell if it's from falling or being pushed.
Okay. Scott.
Let's see. 3 people have gone off. Silas looks around and notices that him and Scott are the only 2 standing there still. And the rest of the group is gone. And then the generator cuts off. Must not have had a lot of gas in it.
Okay. Silas.
Bah!
But the siren cuts off as well, and Scott and I set off calling for the scattered party members.
Okay. Ralphie?
Ralphie was able to find a pool of Kyle's blood, presumably, and follow the blood drips to a kind of like an outside door near a window, like an outer room of the facility place.
Okay. And then I get the last one.
Do I not get one?
Nope, because we're down to 5 candles. So,
Okay.
The last one
This is
is
so stressful.
you all notice, either by looking at each other or looking or feeling it on yourself, but all of your eyes and ears have started to bleed.
Word.
And we are alive. So, what is everybody going to do now?
Kyle's gonna yell out for help.
Okay.
He was okay with his injuries because he wasn't sure if he was pushed or if he fell, but he was thinking maybe he was pushed. And now that his eyes and ears are bleeding and he can feel it, he starts to cry out for help. And he's specifically yelling to Harold.
All right. What's Silas doing?
Silas is looking for as central a place as he can get, so that I can look down as many hallways as possible and just stay there with the torch and be a beacon. Just looking for a good place to be a beacon.
All right, Harold.
I think Harold is still chasing after Ralph, but then hears Kyle shout his name, and then runs in that direction. As fast as an 80-year-old man can run. He's probably like power walking.
Yeah. Full arm movements.
Just like.
But never both feet off the ground at the same time.
Absolutely
sure.
not. But there's also like a cigarette. He's not holding it. It's just in his mouth, so you know he's serious.
There's 100% a theme song playing in the background, but just faintly you hear, "Everybody's working for the weekend."
Scott.
I believe as Scott and Silas were searching for the rest of our party, Scott saw that the tracks that were kind of going along where Kyle was going kind of veer off, and Scott wants to go in that direction to see if there's anything interesting going on over there.
So you're veering off from the trail from Kyle.
Correct.
Okay.
Following the other trail that I made up.
Yep. Ralphie.
Now that I've located Kyle and realize that my eyes are bleeding, I'll easily be able to attest that it's probably that stupid fog. I think we should get to higher ground, get away from it because it seems to be hurting us. So I'm gonna go in search of a ladder, I think, to try and get up onto like a roof.
Okay. All right. Let's start with Kyle. You have 5 challenge dice. And you can also choose to live out your moment if you want to, at any point. Which will give you the opportunity to get a hope die.
All right. How do I live out my moment again? I forgot how this works.
You basically have to create an event that represents your moment, and then there's a challenge roll with it. But it's a challenge roll that doesn't end the scene if you fail.
Aha.
Or does it?
Okay. All right. So this. Nat.
Yeah.
I'm reading the 2 things I sent to you as moments. There are 2 different things. One was the moment, one was the brink.
The brink comes later. You gotta do your moment first.
I'm trying to figure out which one is which.
The thing I wrote down the summary of. You got it?
I guess, yeah. I think. So. No, wait. I'm not sure.
The creating a solution to solve a problem.
Okay. Cool. So I've been calling out for Harold, and I see that Ralphie. I can see Ralphie. My eyes are bleeding. It's very dark, but calling out for Harold, I have my eyes open. I'm kind of looking around, and I would say like he's on one knee right now. He sees Ralphie, and his moment is essentially that he calls out for Ralphie, knowing that Ralphie might not be able to actually completely see him. Yells, Ralphie, I need help. We need to get Harold. Find Harold.
Okay. Yeah.
I think something's been pushing me. I can't be sure.
All right, so roll your challenge dice.
Okay.
Which is 5.
Sweet Lord.
What did you get?
No ones, no sixes.
No ones and no
This
sixes.
has to be like this has to be a statistical anomaly.
So in a sense, so I just checked. So that does end the scene, and you failed
great.
your moment.
I thought you said it didn't end the scene.
I thought it did, but I double checked while you're doing that.
Oh, great.
How accommodating.
I might not have used it. It's fine.
Twice
It's
in a
cool.
row.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Hey,
I didn't know Bruce Gaskin was here.
Bruce
Real
Gaskin.
Bro.
All right. So with that,
Oops.
the scene is ended. And these are the things that we know are true. The world is dark. Kyle, you get to give us our first truth again. What's happened? Where are you at? What's going on? You're injured.
Yep.
You lost
So
hope.
these things we all know. Yeah. Is it okay for me to say that Harold, Ralphie found Harold,
Yep.
and they are now with me?
Yes.
Okay. They are now with me, trying to help me to my feet, and yeah. There's that.
Okay. Scott.
Silas and Scott hear the commotion of Kyle and have started to make their way towards them since we didn't get our stuff played out.
Okay.
Kind of keep us moving in the same direction.
Silas.
Oh, Silas loses his glasses.
Oh no.
And
Silas is having a hard time seeing.
And then I get the last one. The visions on the edge of the darkness have started to reappear again. However, this time, their mouths are open and filled with sharp teeth.
Fuck.
They don't look friendly.
And the new
No.
scene begins. Generator went back out, so the only lights you guys have are your flashlight, your torch, and the two lighters. Kyle and Ralphie are together. Silas and Scott are together. And Harold, where are you at? What are you doing?
Harold was with
I think Harold was found by Ralph.
Okay.
And is helping Kyle. I think Harold would like to use his humble virtue to try and like heal Kyle. Maybe like rip some of his own clothes off to make a makeshift bandage to like tighten the wound.
Okay. All right. What about
Or
Scott?
something.
What's Scott doing?
So refresh my memory on how we do the brink. Is it the same as the moment I can play? I can try to do it at any time.
It's more like the virtues or the vices. You can use it
Got it,
anytime,
so you-
and if you're successful, you get to keep it and use it again.
Oh.
But if you fail, you lose
Cool.
your hope die.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
And the scene is over.
Yes, and you lose
Right?
your brink as well.
And Nat comes to your house and kills you.
Oh, it's then you. Okay, got it.
Do you have to have?
I will understand this game when we're done with it, and then I'll be ready to play.
Scott is Scott is trying to veer Silas to go down the wrong path with him because he feels like this other set of tracks or whatever, these footprints that they're following, they've got to be, it's got to be Paul.
Okay. Ralphie, what are you doing?
Ralphie is I'm gonna go look for that ladder still and trying to find a way up to a roof to get a better vantage of see what's going on.
Okay. Silas.
I'm going to keep an eye out. I'm going to see if I can find any directions towards the boat dock, because that's where I want to end up eventually.
Okay. And then Kyle?
He's urging his two friends, Harold and Ralphie, to like flee with him. He's got his arms sort of over each set of shoulders, and he's saying we got to get the fuck out of here right now.
Okay.
And he has no idea where to go, but he's urging to flee.
All right, let's start. Let's start with Harold, who's attempting to heal you, or at least bandage you and get you correct.
Yeah.
So
how does using the vice work again? I'm so sorry. I know you've explained this a million times.
So you roll the 4 dice first to see if you succeed. If you fail, or if you don't like the outcome, then you can burn your virtue to reroll.
Wonderful. I didn't get any 1s, but I didn't get any 6s.
So that would be a fail, and that would end the scene, unless you want to burn your vice and reroll.
I want to burn my vice.
Okay.
Do I get a hope die, or
that
do I
comes
just
with
roll
your
the same
moment?
dice?
Yeah, just roll your regular dice.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my brain's not happening right now, gang.
But how do you heal him humbly?
Well, as I explained, I think Harold is just gonna like take his shirt off and like use it.
There's a DILF. Sorry.
It's a bony old man. And he's gonna like tightly like wind this shirt over his wound. Basically, it's him giving up something that gives him pride.
Okay.
To heal a friend or to help a friend. So maybe it's like his shirt, maybe it's like his coat. Basically, the clothes off his back.
Sure.
It's like Harold has a very like tough, like a fuck you demeanor, but like he's a softie at heart.
And a smoking body.
And a smoking, like literal tobacco
Smoker's body.
Smoker's body.
All right.
Oozing out of every pore.
Like
Go ahead
jerky.
and roll your 4 dice.
So many liver spots.
Oh god.
Beef and jerky.
Okay, I got 1 6 and the rest were 2s.
Okay. I got no 6s out of 6 dice. Okay. So how does that work out?
Welcome to my world, baby.
Yeah, but I'm the GM.
Harold and his liver spots are gonna take us to the sun.
So you fashion a splint, or like what kind of injury does?
Where is the wound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the narrator right
do
now.
I say?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know? So it's
Okay. Do I say?
Yeah.
Am I the narrator now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I think the wound goes he has been impaled, like so like he had something go through his thigh, and then it's angled so it looks like he was like marching up a step or something, Like it went through his thigh and then through to his calf, and then there's just nothing there. So like it's all one hole. It all lines up if you fold up the leg.
Oh, Kyle kebab.
Yeah, literal Kyle leg kebab.
And what do you do to patch him up?
So Harold's gonna rip his shirt in two and patch up. I like to think Harold carries a flask, but I don't know. Actually, is that too metagamey? I don't know. Maybe he pours like some vodka on the wounds, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna tie up these wounds with a shirt, and some vodka, and Harold's gonna whisper, "Don't tell Silas I had vodka. I'm not supposed to be drinking and driving."
Okay.
I don't think those laws apply to boats.
I think they do.
You don't.
Right, let's do Ralphie next. Ralphie, you got 4 dice.
On international waters, baby.
4 dice.
Yep. 4 dice.
Harold is retired. Laws don't apply to him.
Also, Harold, moving forward, your moment
Again.
is now active, so you can try to act that out when it's appropriate.
Well, I got a 6 and a 1.
A 6 and a 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep that, or do you want to do any re-rolling?
These dice are cursed.
It's a success, but you
I
lose a die.
haven't used any of my things yet.
Yeah.
But
Be stubborn. Do it.
yeah,
What's the worst that could happen? You re-roll and all of them are ones?
that does sound pretty bad.
Yeah, I think that would be the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah, all right, I'll be stubborn. No, I'm tired of this place. I just want to go home. Just get out of here. Screw it. I'm going. I'm just gonna. Kyle's fucked. The other guys gone. They're fucked. I'm the only one who's not getting fucked.
Oh, poor Ralph.
All right. I guess re-roll or roll your challenge dice.
I got a 6 and a 1.
6 and 1 again. All right. Great.
Are you serious?
So, and just let you know, your moment is also potentially active. You can only do one moment for an entire scene, but whoever does it first basically will get the ability to do it that scene. Okay. So your ladder, you find a ladder. How did where was it? What exactly did you find?
It was actually right down the hall. It was probably a good 30 feet away from me the entire time. Just really angry for no reason. And then I climbed up there and opened the hatch and immediately realized that a very large storm has set over top of everything, and it's even harder and worse visibility up here.
Okay. Bad weather. Got it. Okay. Kyle, you're attempting to convince these two to flee. Like, give me a 3-die challenge roll here.
Hey guys, here's where Kyle fucks the scene, and we all die. There we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. How? No 6s, no 1s.
Okay, so you can
Die instantly, perish.
you can attempt to use your brink. Basically the trait that goes along with that in some fashion.
I forget all of that information.
And then you get a chance to re-roll. If you're successful, you can keep your brink and re-roll again at a later point in time. But if you fail, it ends the scene, and we move on.
Okay, so if I play out my brink, I'm essentially playing out the narrative that was written for me, correct?
The traits behind it, basically, not that specific moment. And you can interpret that however you wish.
I think I've been living that this entire time.
Describe it in story. How's it relevant to this situation?
Okay. Having tried to convince his friends, it seems as though it's fallen on deaf ears. Obviously, Ralphie's losing his shit, and Harold is just apparently, according to Dave, a measly old piece of jerky. So they're not able to get me out of here. I start to like have an emotional sort of breakdown, and I pull out this picture from my pocket, and I'm screaming, like sort of like a scream cry, one of those like howls, sort of like just falling apart, thinking I'm not gonna be able to leave. And he essentially says this is our last chance. If we don't move now, everything is over. All those people we're looking for, that we've loved, that we've lost, this will all be for nothing. And he's trying to like rouse them with like a passionate
Shouldn't we
Reroll your 3 dice.
Shouldn't we look for Ralph and Scott and Paul? This old man's voice changes every time. And oh wait, no, I mean Silas and Scott.
I think Kyle just
Ralph is right here.
I think Kyle just failed again.
We're fine.
Is that a failure?
What do you think, that?
I think that's true. Okay. So the scene ends with that.
Kyle's killed us all.
Kyle has an emotional breakdown in front of Harold and Ralphie. And
the uncaring.
And you guys are down to
Harold and Ralphie.
3 dice.
And the mist fucking devours us all.
These things are true. The world is dark. Kyle, please again start us off with a new truth.
These die are cursed. That's my truth. The truth is that having roused for this emotional, trying to rouse his friends with this emotional like outburst, there is a new era of inspiration, like a jolt of energy in the room with the people I'm in, and yeah, we all start sort of moving towards the only lake that we can see at a hurried pace. Hurried pace.
Okay.
I can't say words.
Scott.
I can't words.
As the reality of everybody's situation starts to set in, nausea starts to creep its way through everybody's bodies.
Okay.
I didn't do that on stream.
And the last one is mine.
Oh. Do I not get one?
No. Kyle keeps tripping the things.
I'm sorry.
Oh, so it's the person
Actually,
the person who ends the scene starts it. Got it. Okay.
Oh.
And there's fewer and fewer every time.
Right.
Yeah, Kyle the Ruiner has ruined everything.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
so
Harold, just fail, and then you'll get it.
The last truth is mine. The group has worked their way to the ritual room, in the residential area, and you are alive through various means. Obviously, like you guys happen to go there. The footprints that you wanted to follow go there. They wandered that direction. Ralphie's carrying his ladder. Maybe, if he wants. He has the ladder. He has the ability for a ladder.
Ralphie used the ladder to beat Kyle to death so they could actually survive.
So did you say we all kind of found each other in this residential area? Yes. We all kind of got it. Okay, cool.
So now that you're into that residential room where the room where the ritual is taking place, what is everybody doing?
Pass.
You know I'm going to be looking for Paul.
Looking for Paul.
I've given Scott the torch since I'm having a hard time seeing. I followed him blindly through the hallways till we reached this room. And now I am praying over the clean water bottles that I procured earlier, trying to holify them.
Okay.
Sanctify them.
Harold?
Is there a window?
There is, because you saw it in the security camera from the first scene.
Oh, that's cool. I think Harold is gonna open the window and kind of see how far away the docks are from here to see, you know, if they could, if shit really hits the fan, could they make a run for it?
Gotcha. Ralphie?
Ralphie's gonna look around the room for any survivors of the ritual, or any trace of survivors.
Okay. And then Kyle.
I believe I passed, sir. Kyle does whatever someone else does. No. Oh shit. So he's severely injured.
Sit there and be quiet.
Yeah, I think Kyle's gonna just kind of like fucking sit this one out, bro.
Okay. So you're gonna sit quietly in the corner.
He's taking a supportive role.
Kyle's having a long rest.
We'll see if
He'll
it
give
makes
inspiration to whoever fucking rolls next.
Stop touching things.
Normally I'd want some kind of action, but we'll probably won't even make it that far, so we're okay. All right, let's start then with Ralphie looking for survivors.
Oh, all right.
You got 3 dice.
It was 3 dice. Well, I got a 1, but I think I probably might want to try and use a moment.
Okay.
Works pretty well with in line with what I'm trying to do.
Okay. So for you, well, I mean, in this situation, because yours is kind of specific. Roll me a challenge roll. The three dice for your challenge roll.
I got no 6s or 1s.
No 6s or 1s. Okay. That is a fail. You
Yes.
failed your moment. So, wrong candle. Boop. Candle 8 goes out. I get another die.
Oh, we're good at this.
And your moment has failed, so that goes away. You still have the virtue, though. You still have that going for you.
All right.
Okay. So, these are the things that are true. The world is dark. Ralphie, give us the truth.
There were no survivors.
Okay. My truth will be there's a light on at the dock. You can't tell what kind of light, but there's a light. And everybody's alive. So, let's go back around. We started with Ralphie, so does anybody want to do anything different? Or do you want to continue with the
I'm gonna keep trying to pray over my water while whatever happens.
So we're gonna
No,
go
still
with
looking for Paul.
Harold. So that answers kind of your thing. So what would you like to do differently now that you know that there's light on at the dock?
Honestly, I think the fact that the new information that whatever happened here, supernatural or not, there were no survivors. Harold is kind of thinking, okay, I gotta get these kids out of here. So Harold says, all right, so something is happening. Let's get on the boat. Let's go out to sea, and we'll come back tomorrow and look for the others when the sun's up.
All right, so you're going to convince everyone to leave. Ralphie, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Now that you know there's no survivors.
Oh, now knowing that there's no survivors, I want to try and convince. I would try and probably convince Harold to get us out of here.
Okay. So kind of two working on the same thing.
Yeah. Seems like a good plan.
Okay, then I'm going to start with. Oh, and Scott, you were looking for Paul, but you know there's no survivors here.
Right, but he could still have left some sort of.
Okay, so you're looking for signs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul's remains. He's looking for Paul's long body.
Let's start with Silas. And in your attempt to
make some holy water.
Sanctify the water.
This is the
Okay, 1-6. And a success on my hope die, so that's two successes, no failures.
Okay. What do I get? Oh man, I got 3 successes. Okay. So you perform this cleansing ritual, but as you're performing this, you get this dread, this overwhelming feeling of dread come over you, and you don't feel like it's working. And what actually ends up happening instead is that a new portal opens up.
Oh, fuck.
And darkness starts to pour in. And it's darkness that seems to be overtaking the light. And quickly, you're able to kind of refocus and shut it off after some things have gotten through. So,
But
with that, Scott, roll me 2 dice.
Okay, that's a 6 and a 2.
Okay.
It's a 4 on my hope, so that's not there.
Not.
Do I get an opportunity to use my brink to re-roll if you roll more successes?
Yes, I don't see why not.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Let me know if you do, because
I do. So, how are you gonna make that work?
So here's the way I'm thinking it in my head. I'm hearing voices that are like whispering to me, saying like, "If you trade, gotta make a trade."
Ooh. Okay. Roll me a challenge dice for the.
I like how the players of this game, who you would think's goal is to survive, have been killing ourselves the entire time.
I've seen me risk the lives of others if it benefits me. So I'm just trying to play my brink. Rolling my hope. I got a 6 and a 5.
Okay.
And a 6 on my hope. So that's 2 successes.
So that's a success that allows you to re-roll the challenge now.
Got it. Perfect. Okay.
He picks Kyle up and chucks him into the nest.
So you have to get 3 successes in order to steal narrative rights from me.
Got it. I have to get. You said 3.
Yeah. Because I got 2.
So I've got to hit all 3 of these. So let's roll the first 2 to see what even happens. It doesn't. Let me see if we can keep the scene alive. I did roll a 1, so we're losing a die regardless. What happens if I roll a 1 on my hope?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay, cool. So, we lose a die and I ended the scene, everyone.
Okay.
And you lose your hope die.
No, he keeps the hope die because he succeeded on the challenge.
Oh, he succeeded on the brink. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I promise.
Okay.
Just
last scene.
I have not used half of my shit.
Me neither.
Okay.
Wait, and so now, wouldn't I have had to have sacrificed somebody though? Because that was my.
And we all know it would have been Kyle.
It's
right?
just your
like,
willingness
just
to sacrifice somebody.
I don't
willingness.
know.
I was ready. I was ready.
I feel
It's coming in. For the record, Silas is sticking close to Scott since Scott's got the torch now.
He got the torch, and I hear the whispers. The whispers are telling me stuff.
These are the things
I can't see for shit, so I'm following you close.
I'm fully just like full tobacco addiction. I've got like 2 cigarettes in my mouth right now on the go. Just like.
I mean, if there's ever been a smoke 'em if you got a moment, it's right now.
You know, just
So these are the things that are true. The world is dark. You've made your way to the dock. You've convinced everyone to leave and head to the docks. When you get there, it's an empty lantern, just a lantern hanging on a post.
I want to have my my moment.
Okay.
Because the criteria is met for my moment.
Yep.
And I want to use my moment to find our boat.
Okay. Roll me to the challenge.
Where did I park it?
You got 1.
How many dice do I roll?
1.
1.
You get 1.
And what do I need to roll to succeed?
6.
Okay.
More 6s than he does.
I'm rolling my pride dice, so if I lose, it's homophobic.
Wow, Nat, that's a very bold choice of yours.
It's the bad guys. It's the bad guys. It's not me. It's the bad guys.
It's that.
That's the window.
I did roll a 6.
Fantastic. Okay, so you get a hope die.
Yes.
Now, since you used your pride dice, if you're lying, then you just slighted that entire.
Then you're homophobic.
Then you're homophobic, right?
Oh my, how the
twist.
turntables.
There's all kinds of twists in
Can't
this
be
game.
homophobic.
Oh, and I get this one. Okay. With that, so you're looking for your boat. What is everybody else doing?
Somebody go.
Make it good.
So okay, Scott is seriously thinking about pushing somebody into the water because he heard the voice tell him that the only way to get Paul back was through a trade.
Kyle volunteers. Sorry, wait. You're thinking this, not saying it? Okay.
Thinking it. Yeah, there's no way he's saying it.
Sorry.
Swear to God.
Okay.
You kill anyone, I will kill you. This will become PvP real fast.
Okay.
I figured it's the last scene. Got to make it. Got to make it exciting, right?
Go with the bang. Silas.
I'm going to try to fashion my last jug of rubbing alcohol into a Molotov cocktail.
Okay.
To throw at Kyle.
What's that? Oh, throw it at Kyle.
To throw at Kyle.
Ralphie?
Sorry. We're all thinking it.
Why are we killing Kyle?
You're the only
Kyle's
one
ruined
thinking
everything.
it. You're the only one thinking it.
4 out of 10 or 5 out of 10 candles. He has ruined everything.
Do we all hate Kyle, or is Kyle just suicidal?
I think Kyle just thinks that we all hate him.
I fucking hate
I
Kyle.
have no strong feelings towards him one way or the other.
That's his actual
boys
brink.
gotta-
His actual brink is, you know, like I can't. I self-loathe like
Oh, I
crazy.
hope no one hates me. Like, I'm out here in my fucking bare man nips, like,
It's true.
for this man.
Does Harold have a hairy chest?
Oh yeah, it's like all gray though, like a
Retired
silk fox.
fisherman with
What
like
about back?
a clean
He's got a hairy
chest. What are we
back.
talking about here?
Oh, both. Yeah, honestly, it's just
Got a
hair.
shag
There's so
carpet.
much hair. Like literally, yeah. Like it's all white.
It's all white.
Harold's the missing link.
Muzzle up to that Yeti.
All right, Ralphie, what are you doing?
Super tired.
Ralphie might help Scott throw Kyle into the lake.
Oh, why are we
Sacrifice
sacrificing
Kyle.
Scott?
Because why fuck not? He's gonna bleed out here,
So what is
and
Kyle doing?
he's ruined
Or
everything.
injured Kyle that everybody hates.
Kyle says, "Hey man, if somehow it helps you guys, you can kill me. You can just,
That's crazy, dude. God, no one's thinking about killing you, man.
I can hear your thoughts, bro. I'm in a lot of
Wait,
pain.
wait. You hear the voice telling you to trade too?
See, I knew it. Nope, I bluffed, you fucker. But you can kill me, I guess.
Ralphie is gonna kind of pace along the inland part of the dock and just kind of make sure nothing like sneaks up on us.
Okay, so kind of standing guard. All right.
Yeah.
Those are crazy.
All right, let's start. Let's start with Harold and looking for the boat.
Just casually looking for my boat.
You got 1 die plus your hope die.
Okay.
Keep 'em
okay,
separate.
Okay. So I'm gonna sparkly and gay. Let's go. I got 2 3s, baby.
That is a failure.
That is a failure?
That's a failure.
How spicy of a failure? Can I make it not a failure?
So,
What happened
you
when
lived
she
your
did her moment? What does she have left?
Yeah, you got something left. Hold on. Where are we at here?
I have my vice. I'm like really controlling.
Yeah,
Can I like be like, no, I know where I put my boat.
let's go with that.
I'm gonna find the goddamn boat.
Boat.
All right. So, yeah. So you're gonna burn your vice.
Mhm.
All right. So what are you gonna do that's controlling?
I'm gonna squint my eyes and go and tisk and remember when like earlier the day where we parked the boat and I had to go at Kyle because he parked the boat wrong and, you know, micromanaged him to park it in the right place. And I'm remembering where that place was.
Oh man, sounds like a murdering offense. You know, like you could probably kill him for that. That's what I'm saying.
Roll me your one die.
I only roll 1 dice
now.
for this, so I don't get my hope
You
dice.
do, but you do that second.
Okay, so the gay one is first. That is a 6.
Okay. So,
And I'm gonna roll my hope dice.
okay.
That is a 5.
Okay. So, yes, you successfully get to re-roll the challenge roll.
Fuck
Using both of
yeah!
your dice, of course.
Hell yeah! What should be
But roll
terrible?
your hope die second, because your hope die can be a 5 or 6. So, but the other one has to be a 6.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna separate it then. That is a 6
Okay.
again.
And roll your hope die.
And that is a 5?
Okay, that's 2 successes. Now I gotta see if I take narrative control or not.
I like the question mark behind the 5.
Okay.
It's like are you sure?
Where were my rolls? Huh?
So I do.
You stole all of my
I do
rolls.
win narrative control. So you find the boat.
I believe it's called getting good, Josh.
So
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Kill Kyle.
So you realize that somebody like it started to drift off a little bit. So it's you see it, but it's not actually connected to the dock. You would have to actually go out into the water.
Fucking Kyle didn't connect the boat to the dock.
I said kill him.
We tried.
All right. So with that,
I'm gonna swim to the boat.
I'm gonna go to Scott. Scott, you want to sacrifice somebody into the water? Who are we going with? And
let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll let fate decide.
While he's figuring out how to do this, you already see Kyle in the background, sort of
Okay.
just crawling towards the water.
I'll get the boat. Don't worry.
Let's
That's not what I was thinking.
let's roll to see. Let's roll to see if it even is anything. That is a not anything.
And your hope.
On 5 on my hope.
Okay, so that's a success. Who are you trying to chuck?
It's gonna. God, I hate to do this to you, Silas, but you're the
You set
closest
it
one.
up.
You're the closest one.
I'm blind. I can't see. I'm distracted.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
So I
What a twist.
have one narrative rights.
Who has who? You have narrative rights for
I
it?
do.
Pistol slowly
Okay.
from his hip.
So you do
You're
take
welcome.
Silas, and you grab him and you chuck him into the water.
Give me my paw.
You're not sure if this is gonna work, and if it doesn't, it doesn't seem like it's that lethal. However, Silas hits the water, and something in the water starts to grab him and pull him down.
I'm sorry, but they told me it was the only way to get Paul.
Can I try to get out?
Let's see
Can
here.
Ralphie jump? Can Ralphie go after him?
Can I go after him as well? Because that's fucked.
Love this.
Kyle's
I
gonna
see
Kyle
Paul
wants to
anywhere
swim
now?
out
Harold's
and
gone.
weigh him down.
Scott's gone.
There
so
is no way
I'm
he
gonna-
is just a friend. He is your boyfriend. Okay.
I'm going to allow
would do anything to
Silas to
save
go
Paul.
next and basically react and change what he was doing originally in the scene because of the situation. And because he's got a hope die, so he's most likely to actually continue the scene.
I appreciate that.
I'm trying to wriggle my way out of this thing's grasps. All right, one success.
Okay. All right, I got 2 or 3. I got 3. So, so you're successful. Your head bobs under a little bit, and you feel like something's coming up to grab you and pull you down from the top. But you manage to get a hold of one of the poles on the side of the pier and start to pull yourself up out of the water.
That's crazy. How did you end up in the water?
Ralphie, we're gonna move to you next.
All right.
So you were standing guard. Do you want to continue that motion, or you want to do something different?
No, when I hear the splash, I'm gonna go running towards the docks to try and help.
Okay, try to help Silas up off the dock, off the side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the yes, trying to pull him out.
Roll me 1d6.
Can I use my virtue?
You can.
All right.
And this is how it ends, everybody.
I want to use my virtue
With someone
and
trying
fearlessly,
to
fearlessly jump into the water and try to just hoist them out.
dive straight past him.
It's fearless, all right.
That's a 1.
So we're out. We're out of dice.
Okay.
Now we get to find out what happens at the end. I'm very curious.
So,
Turns out Kyle was the bad guy the whole time and kills all of you.
Let me darken the candle first, because, they gotta go for the full effect here. So Silas, Ralphie comes rushing over to you, reaches out his hands to start to pull you up, and large tendrils of darkness reach up from the water, grab you by the shoulders, and rip you down, and pull him along with you. And you quickly vanish under the water. Scott, you see, replaced in the water, Paul, floating in there, reaching up for you, beckoning for your help. You immediately dive in to save him.
Yeah, I'm coming, Paul.
And you lose all ability to control your movement as you're just dragged further deep into the water.
Yeah, Paul, what are you doing to me?
On your way down, you kick and splash water into the lantern, putting it out. And Harold, who is preparing to jump for the boat, as the darkness engulfs you, tendrils of darkness come up and grab your feet and drag you also into the water, leaving Kyle alone and injured on the pier. And you see two shadowy visions of the two children from your photograph walk over to you with giant toothy grins. And a sudden level of peace comes over you before they devour you on the pier.
Kyle has a peaceful death? Oh, boy.
He was eaten alive!
He was eaten alive.
He said, listen, peace washed over me. Kyle was going to pull his own pistol out and shoot himself, but this is way better.
Kyle had a gun this whole time.
Kyle had a pistol.
No.
I could have...
That's the biggest news of this entire stream.
It would have helped him nothing. Let me shoot this mist.
So I hope everybody enjoyed that. It was a very different from our normal scenario. Very spooky. And obviously thanks to our cast for all their efforts in this improv storytelling. And if everybody likes it a lot, please say something in our Discord so we know if we want to try this again. The different scenarios and stuff in the future. I had a lot of fun with it, so...
Yeah. I had a blast. It was a lot of
I like
fun.
it a lot.
Yeah. I can see this going real Lords and Ladies of Fate, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah.
I am so glad we tried to throw fucking Kyle in the ocean now that I know he had a gun. This whole time?
Valid.
Yeah, it feels justified.
Right?
I told you to kill Kyle.
Could have told us.
So with that, we have other Halloween shows this week. I'm going to play the trailer again, which will show those. Please stick around for the minute and 15 seconds of the trailer and then join the raid as we raid another group and show support to other tabletop RPG streamers. The only show up this upcoming week that's not on that trailer is the Saturday show, which they're continuing the Riffs Hitchhiker's Guide to the Megaverse on Saturday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. But they will be fighting vampires, so it's a little Halloweenish.
Yeah. Hey, go into the chat and redeem like pumpkins and stuff. Force them into Halloween.
Yeah, make it happen.
Pumpkin flavored spikes.
And then next Tuesday we return to our regular schedule of Conan, Curse of Strahd on Wednesday. Thursday will be Star
Join us for the
Wars,
last
I think.
episode of Curse of Strahd.
Right. Yeah, there might be
Right.
Curse of Strahd. We'll see.
I already know what I'm doing, so we're good.
We're gonna do the trailer and raid another group. So thanks everybody again. I greatly appreciate
everybody.
it, and I'll see you next time.
So much fun. Thank you so much. Bye.
Good night.
Night.
Don't stop waving.
Wednesday.